It's the Duffin Up Podcast. What is going on, Duff Daddies and Duff Mamas? It is U.S. Open week. It is June 14th, 2023, and welcome to an all-new episode of the Duffin Up Podcast. My name is Brendan Monroe. We have been a little MIA for about a month, but that's okay because we're back now, baby, and that is all that matters. As always, we are joined by the artist formerly known as the one, the only Mike Adams. He now officially wants to be going on the podcast as Mikey C. So, Mikey C, how are we doing this evening?
Good to be here, Brendan. As always, like you said, haven't been here in a month. And like you always say, that's okay. That is okay. We got LACC coming up this week. I'm looking like a bag of trash. Hopefully, majority percentage of the viewers are listening. Fresh off pickleball, though, with the good old neighbors. Started one-on-one me versus Bryn. And next thing you know, there's like 8 of us down there just hanging out, playing some pickleball. So times are good. Can't wait for Thursday morning tea times, though.
Boy, I can't either. And the best part about it for us on the East Coast, primetime golf all week. We got prime time golf, 8 p.m. I will be watching it. Bry Guy, I know you're a night owl, so I know you'll be watching it too. But I am so excited for this week. And of course, we got our 2 very, very handsome gentlemen that are actually here every week. But I'm kidding, Michael. I'm kidding. I got to do it. I have to do it every week. I got to do it every week.
Where were you last week, Bren?
Oh, he's not
we haven't been here for a month, so it's
no.
Okay.
You grind.
Oh man, but we have the Irish Chooch himself, Timmy O'Reilly. Timbo, how we doing this week?
Oh, good. Glad to talk about our nation's championship golf event, our nation's golf Super Bowl, our nation's golf World Series. It is here this week. We got carnage. We got rough that is up to our knees. We got greens that might as well be concrete. And we got winning scores that may be above or below par. We never know. It is exciting. USA. Here we go.
I can't wait. I'm very excited, especially with LACC. I know, Timbo, you'll probably get into it. Known as a little bit of wider fairways, which we don't see very often at the U.S. Open. So I'm pumped. I'm very excited to see how they score if they can keep it in the fairway. But we've got on the man, the myth, the legend, the dude who can absolutely pound the ever-living daylights out of a ball. And I know, because we won't review on this podcast. We'll do it the next one. But boy, this man can have an absolute powerhouse of a drive. Ryan O'Reilly, he is here in the flesh. Bry Guy, how we doing this week?
Dude, terrific. Even better after that introduction. Wow.
Don't you say
solid.
I've never said anything nice about you. Don't you do that to me.
Yeah, right. I'm glad we're recording this, and now I have proof that you were nice to me one time. Pretty good. But no, happy to be here. It is United States of Open week. So pretty awesome.
Oh yeah. No, we are very much very excited for this week. And I will say, we got to get it out of the way first. It's a silly debate, but it doesn't matter. Do we root for players this week, or do we root for the course? Do we root for great golf, -10, -12, or do we root for absolute carnage? What are we thinking, guys?
I think you can have a little bit of both, Bren. I think, guys are going to battle. I'm going to root for my guys. I hope coming down Sunday, good golf is played, no matter if it's even par is good golf in a U.S. Open. So I'm hoping to see, the winner, come down Sunday executing. That's essentially it. And I'm looking forward to seeing that unfold.
I like it. I like that a lot. And obviously last year, 2022 U.S. Open, we were absolutely spoiled up here in the Northeast because it was at the country club. Mm-hmm. That finish, I don't think we may never have another finish. I mean, we'll definitely have another finish like that at the US Open, but Matthew Fitzpatrick out of the bunker, sticking it. Will Zalatoris sticking it, having a birdie putt to tie it, just missing it. Absolutely pulling the Will Zalatoris and just having his little putter doing figure eights behind the ball before he finally hits it. Just, absolutely. But I mean, the course was in great shape. I feel like LACC is going to give Brookline a run for its money. Very similar type of clientele, apparently. So what we've heard, very much the old money of LA, like the country club is the old money of Boston. They have opened up the doors to them, to us this year, to be able to go and see it. And I, for one, I'm very excited about it. There are some downfalls to it at a place like LACC always, but we can get into those too. But I think the course is set up exactly what Mike said. I think it's going to be fair but tough. I do think we're going to see some scoring, but I don't think it's going to be your normal PGA Tour event. I think it could be very much like the Memorial was a couple weeks ago, where the winner's like -6, -7.
And I'm looking at the weather, and it zero, like, well, there's 1% of precipitation pretty much all weekend there. And if you remember last year, we had that crazy brutal New England weather day. Was it Saturday that
Sunday? That was Championship Sunday, where it was like 45 degrees.
But the day before that, Sunday, it was pouring rain and just absolutely treacherous. So that was what I immediately looked into. I was like, what's the weather like? How is it going to play? Because that was a true test. Just kept keeping the numbers low.
It's LA. It's always in a drought season. Wildfires, everything like that.
Who am I kidding? I checked the weather every hour here to see if I'm going to be able to tee off tomorrow morning. So it's like they don't have that problem. What's a frost delay?
They were saying, if we were talking about it beforehand, no laying up, they go out and play. Two guys of theirs go out and play LACC. Grandstand's empty, and like they talk about how, like, you can see the skylines of LA from like a lot of places on the course, which is cool. And then they talk about how you can predict the weather pretty well out there. I guess it's not going to rain like most likely around this time of year, so the place is gonna be nice and firm. Which, I mean, who doesn't love seeing that in the U.S. Open with thick fucking rough? It's just what I wanted to ask. You got Rahm, Masters, you got Brooks, PGA. Like, you got two studs. Like, who wins? Who wins this thing? Like, if you had to put a guess on it, Brendan.
Oh,
Matty Fitz got his braces off.
Okay.
It's a big win.
Oh, his teeth are flying in the breeze.
I don't know. I feel like if I was Matty Fitz, though, I won a U.S. Open with him. Why not keep him on? Just keep him on until you hit rock bottom and then take him off.
We got to get him a pair of grills or something, just to I don't know, simulate that feeling.
I'm sure he's much more confident now, which might exceed his game even more. I mean, braces off, that's huge confidence boost.
I remember like it was just yesterday when I got mine off, and boy, was I riding high.
Oh my God, you were prancing.
I could have won the U.S. Open at that
middle
time.
School.
Yeah, I could have won the U.S. Open in 8th grade.
Brandon, give me one guy, just one guy. One guy. You didn't have this plan. Did I spoil? Am I bringing something out too early? You didn't want to?
No, it's okay. It's okay. I mean, we'll do our daily fantasy picks later.
Are there show notes? Are there show notes today?
Mikey, you know the rules. You have clearly stated every podcast you are on, there will be no show notes. So we will.
Did I say that? I never said that. Don't pull. I like a little bit of both. I mean, we like a little bit of structure, a little bit of chaos. I mean, who doesn't?
It's the yin to the yang, Michael. It's the yin to the yang. That's all that matters.
No Michael Block in the U.S. Open. Can't pick Michael Block. Just saw that.
Not in the U.S. Open. Cannot pick Michael Block. Oh, poor guy. Poor guy. But he also then went out and was just like, oh yeah, if I had Rory's driver length, I would be the best player in the world. And I was like,
it didn't look good.
No, bad luck. Bad luck. Come on, guys. We're so much better than this. But Mikey, I do think, I will say, for some reason, California guys always play very, very well in California tournaments.
Now we're on to something here.
So I think, I mean, if you think about it, Harding Park, Colin Morikawa won it. So I may or may not have Morikawa around. Patrick Cantlay plays very, very well in his California tournaments. Xander, I mean, everyone knows Xander plays well. Max Homa, I swear to God, is a different player. Like a literally.
Why don't you just say them all? Because now
Jimmy, I was gonna say
Max Homa is who I was gonna say. He always wins at Riviera, right down the pipe from him.
Brandon, you took his pick. What do we got, Brandon? Who do we got?
I mean, you guys know who I'm going for. I'm going back to my bread and butter, my
Bill?
bottom bitch. I'm
Xander
going back.
Schauffele.
I'm going back to Xander. I have to do it. I've got to do it. He's my first true love. Like, he was literally like, he was the first guy coming.
That dude is bland. He's so bland.
No. The problem is that he's also just best friends with Patrick Cantlay. So you look at them both and you're just like, you are two pieces of Wonder Bread that just has like ham sandwich in the middle with like no cheese, no mayonnaise, no lettuce, just ham. Like, literally, if you put them and then put Webb Simpson in the middle, that is just the personality of ham sandwiches.
Three math majors or something. Like, they're just pretty bland.
Nah, I love Xander, dude. I love him. He on the Bob Does Sports and the foreplay stuff, he came out. He showed his true colors. I love that stuff. So
dude, Webb Simpson boned me this weekend.
Of course he did. He's Webb Simpson.
He's woke up at 6:30, check my lineup, make sure everybody is in the tournament. His tee time's 7:22. He pulls out 7:20.
Yep.
Oh.
Are you kidding me?
The Will Zalatoris effect.
Webster Simpson.
Was he on property? It must have been.
Oh, he was definitely on property.
Just had a back. Is it back?
Who cares? No one likes him.
So Timmy, yours is Homa.
Homa.
Do you want to elaborate on like Brendan did, or are you good?
No, like I said, he just comes alive. Especially, I mean, he won Riviera 2 years in a row. It's like it's a home field advantage, home course advantage. Fans love him. He's going to be jazzed up, and I don't know. I feel like it's his time. I mean, he hasn't been like super on the radar for the past couple months or past month. He hasn't been in the running so much, but I think I'm popping him in the lineup because I think he's gonna finish it. I'm thinking number one. I think this is
that's
time.
a good pick. I love that pick actually.
Right, guy. Who you got as either your number one guy or your dark horse?
Well, I know I just called him bland, but Patrick Cantlay. I'm liking Cantlay to win it. But I also
he's a stud.
Would like to see Morikawa make some moves. I would love to see Morikawa, but I guess like
this would be a second, right? Morikawa.
I'm gonna go through my whole lineup. Is that what we're doing?
No, we're not doing that yet.
Oh, why do we gotta wait? You already said everybody's lineup twice.
I didn't say my lineup though. I said just every player from California. There's a difference.
Brian, does that pick have anything to do with who's carrying his bag from shot to shot?
Cantlay, yeah. That's the big motivator. But like we give him a little like time to warm up with Joe LaCava warming up, and now I think he's ready to strike. Drop the hammer.
Yeah, I mean like when he went officially. So remember when he first went over, it was supposed to be temporary, and Joe was gonna he was only gonna do the rest of the year, but then they announced it was permanent, and I was shocked. I was like, wow, like Joe
How permanent
did
can
it.
it be? How permanent can it be?
Caddy for Tiger? That'd be great.
Who do you say? Who?
Charlie.
No, Fluff. Bring Fluff back. Put him back on his bag.
Fluff is on Jim Furyk's bag. You leave Jim Furyk alone. Jim Furyk and Fluff are the best combo.
Who's gonna stop golfing first? Jim Furyk or Tiger Woods?
Tiger Woods.
Tiger probably. I think Jim Furyk's gonna play like honestly until he's like 70 on the Champions Tour. He's gonna be that guy.
Yeah, he's got that 5-hour energy.
They retire together, Fluff and Jim Furyk.
Yeah, dude. I mean, they both wear Skechers. Like they could play forever.
Yeah, that's true.
They're walking on clouds, baby.
liability. Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
Mike-
bringing it back to the U.S. Open here. 8:13 a.m. Get a bigger tee time than Colin Morikawa, Max Homa, and Scotty Scheffler. I mean,
that's a hell of a tee time, isn't it? Hell of a tee time.
And then
And that's got to be the featured group, right? That's got to be at least one of them.
and then the other one with Cantlay, Jordan Spieth, and Tony Finau, 143.
I know we're we're
Michael-
just saying this like over and over again, but like I just feel like I don't know if Tony breaks through here, but he's got to break through sooner or later. Like I didn't pick him this week, but like that dude is getting so close. Like he's got to do something.
I'm control effing. Sorry, Timmy, I keep cutting you off. I'm control effing. No Woods. There's no Tiger Woods. I'm not buying them.
Try Eldrick.
Timmy, were you gonna ask me who I think?
Yeah, you can't skate away without popping someone in.
I know. I really wasn't. I was just trying
Well,
to.
you had Tiger down, but you control it and you can't find him.
I mean, I think I'm gonna hammer Rory until he wins. I think I'm just gonna keep saying Rory because
Someone's gotta.
Played great. Played great.
I love Rory. I love Rory and hope he wins. That's all there is to it. He's kind of taken over as my new Tiger.
Speaking of Rory, he probably has a little bit of a chip on his shoulder this week.
He does. He definitely does. He definitely does.
With the
Rory
Vengeance tour.
I mean, would be great to see. Brooks Koepka, I mean, you got to include him. Like he's back to healthy Brooks. He's what he did at Augusta and then immediately followed it up with a win in the PGA. Like these are the tournaments that he does. He just comes out and he crushes. Like it's this and the waste management. And that's the 4 tournaments that it's all he cares about. Even when he went to LIV, he was like, I still want to play in the waste management. They were like, no, you can't. Oh man. But I do think he's got a big chance this week. He's got a big chance this week.
You better believe that I'll be streaming Brooks, Matsuyama, and Rory at 1:54 in the afternoon.
Another great group. So many good groups this week.
I'll be streaming them and closing out the workday strong.
Oh yeah. Because is that technically 1:30? Is that 1:30 Pacific time or is that 1:30 our time?
Question.
Probably Pacific time,
I
right?
think times are probably all. Oh, there.
Is that US dollar?
Those were Eastern Standard Times.
They're all Eastern. That's good.
No, those were Pacific. So
that's a 4:30.
4:54 start.
So you will definitely be going out with the weekend strong, going out with the workday strong.
You might be able to sneak in at twilight.
That's
Just have it on the you and Pop playing a little bit and just have it on the phone with you as you go.
No, I don't need to play. I can just go home and watch Pop and put it on.
Yeah.
Mikey, we could fire up the Oculus and play.
I'm always down to play. I'm always down to swing it. But when Rory's on it, I think I'd rather watch him than play right now.
Yeah.
Ooh. Man.
We got Poppy out on Hazleton though. Got her in the push stroller.
I love that. As Chris sent those Snapchats. Wow.
Yeah.
They look like the course was empty. It seemed like pretty.
Of course, empty. We went out at 6 p.m. It's getting dark out.
And you don't have to technically claim her. If you'd be like, I don't know whose kid that is. It's just running around. Yeah, it's not mine.
It's great about a golf course. Like she can just look at the birds, look at the trees, like run around in open space. She just
And well, I was wondering that too. Like, not that I'm equating Poppy to a dog, but like there should be more dogs just allowed to like hang out like with you throughout your round. Like I feel like. Just see, like it's a park. It's just a park. I mean, dogs.
Dogs Trip could not do that. The Duff pup would just run after everything known to man. Like he would be an absolute terrorist out on the course.
Yeah, dogs. You'd have to go pass a dog. Get a dog license. My dog's good. My dog's good to go. Because I do get nervous around.
How would Norm do out there, Timbo?
No, he would run after the ball and just sit next to it.
Tim's trained him in the backyard.
Does not bring it back. He just runs.
That's good. You got a 4 caddy. You got yourself a 4 caddy.
That's true.
It's huge.
That's true.
Get him a vest. Get him a
Penalty.
caddy bib.
Penalty stroke every shot though. He's touching it.
He would be good for the geese. If there's geese. He
Mm.
loves
I mean,
chasing
that's
them.
why most of the courses have a dog.
Dude, the at Fresh Pond, this Australian Shepherd, his name is Callaway, sits in the cart and then goes chase the geese right back in the cart. This dog is pretty overweight. That's pretty much it's pretty awesome. It's hilarious, but there's no geese on the course. It does a great job. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Hashtag great job, Callaway. That's all that matters.
Callaway, yeah, it's a mouthful of a name. You kind of workshop that before you can't really get
If Heather Hill could ever have a Callaway, holy goodness.
jeepers.
Be Augusta.
The amount of geese shit on that course.
Sheesh.
They need
Hey,
16.
Mike, did you say, hey, I got a toddler with me? And
Chris is a member, so yeah, he snuck it. He paid for me and he didn't even mention her.
Oh.
And then the starter drove right by us on one and didn't say anything. So I mean, I'm the kind of guy who, like, a couple days early,
She got a bag. She got
we got a bag, but no, we didn't bring it. She would ditch her bag for try and carry our bag before carrying her bag.
Love that.
But I went a couple days ago to try and meet up with Paul and Chris on like hole 3, and like you'd think like it was this huge ordeal, that jumps and hoops that I had to go through to get out to hole 3 on a golf course. My goodness, like, by golly, I can't just walk to it. Like, it's like starter says, I can't help you, go check in with the bar, and then you bring a girl into a bar, 14-month-old into a bar with woman bartenders. You can do whatever you want. Like, they're like, oh yeah, go out, all means. I'm like, hell yeah, thank you.
Puppy serving drinks while you're out there.
Yeah, take this thing and let me go play a couple holes.
That's awesome. It's cool.
oh, it's great.
So yeah, LACC guys.
There's a 290-yard par 3, hole 11.
Yes.
There's also a 284-yard par 3, hole 7. Like, what are we doing? Why are we doing this?
I don't know. I
US
would
Open,
rather
baby.
see 4 par 3s that are less than 140 yards than see 4 par 3s that are 200 yards or plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to see people like having a chip on the par 3. Like,
What was hole 2 last year for at Brookline? That was a pretty long par 3, wasn't it? Wasn't that like 250 or 260 or something like that? Didn't they make it crazy long?
Yeah, I do recall. I know what you're talking about. I'm picturing it. It was fairly long. It was kind of uphill too, a little.
Yeah. The crazy part here is that there's 5 par 3s and 3 par 5s. So like it's a par 70 and it's just like 5 par 3s is crazy. One is 228
par 70s. God dang.
And the worst part, hole 1, par 5. Get out of my face. Get out of my face with that. Nope. You don't start. You end with a par 5. You do not start with a par 5. What are we doing?
Yeah, if you're not long enough to have a par 72, I'm not saying LACC shouldn't be hosting. I'm the most uneducated.
Hot take, Mikey C in the house.
I just want it to be a par 72. Like, you got to be able to finagle the tees and 7,400 yards. Like, just make it a par 72 and make.
You make one of the long ass par 3. You make the 290-yard par 3 or the 284-yard par 3 a par 4, and you just make it a short par 4.
So, yeah.
Is it a true 18-hole course, or is it like more than 18 holes? And
no, I think it's 18. I think it's just 18.
Well, I think it's kind of like Brookline, where they made a long course out of.
Oh, did they?
Different holes, if I'm correct. And the only reason I know that is because I looked it up on the Grint, and they have like different options. Like, they have the north course, the south course, the long course, and so I don't know if it's like a 27, and they kind of mix and match holes just to make it into a tournament course, kind of like that. But anyway, I think it's 7,500 yards, which checks out for a par 70. That's pretty damn long for a par 70.
So they have 36 holes. So they do have 36 holes, both of which are par. So I'm guessing they must have combined like maybe the longest of each 9 or something like that.
You can make that into a par 72. Come on.
Yeah. Like just or just do a par 71 even. Like just do one. Like don't have a par 70. I'm just not a par 70 guy. Like unless it's a true par 70 where there's two par threes and one par five on each side. That's it.
I can't believe no one picked the number 1 and number 2 player in the world. I can't. Why do we do this every week to not be in the round?
I'm not necessarily rooting for Scotty. Like,
no,
I mean,
I'm
like
rooting for Scotty more than Rom.
Yeah, well, yeah, I could see that too, but I don't know. I want someone else. I want more of the fan favorites. Scotty's kind of bland too.
Yeah.
I don't mind seeing someone new. I mean, he's gonna be there, and
Yeah. Oh yeah. He'll
gonna
show
play
up.
great golf. He's gonna make a lucky ass chip in on, 9 to get him to, one back, and
His feet will be dancing on the tee box like Tim.
He holds out more than anyone I know. Like
Rory will backdoor top 10.
Rory might backdoor top 5. Like he may pull a Masters and just out of nowhere, 2022 Masters and start 30th and end up second for no reason whatsoever.
Thinking that, do you think Phil will show up?
Phil showed up so far in the first 2 majors. I mean he is getting getting now sued by an Argentinian retail company because he's the High Flyers looks exactly like the logo of Fallen, which is an Argentinian it's an Argentinian brand. It's the same logo. It's hilarious.
So is now his Wizard Pins getting sued because Chris made the pins for him?
No comment. No
comment.
No.
If there's ever a week Phil is going to be at a golf tournament in America on PGA soil, it's going to be this week. He's going to be parading around saying, "Look at this! Look what I did!" Which I got to give him a lot of credit. I mean, he was the he was the guy who led all this, and I don't know if we're transitioning into that at all, or if we're even going to talk about it. But yep.
Well, what we can do, because I didn't have show notes, and that was silly of me, silly Brendan. We can give our daily fantasy lineups, and then we'll transition into it. Because I've got thoughts. I don't know about you guys, but I definitely have thoughts. So why don't we start with our daily fantasy lineups? Who was the last time? Who went first the last time we did this? God, it's been a while.
I'll go first. I don't have one.
All right, Mikey. Well, you make one. And
I even made one. I re-downloaded the app, Mikey.
Mikey.
Actually, I'm lying. I did it online.
I don't even. Someone put in the chat what one we use.
I'm not even certain I'm doing the right one. I don't understand this website. It's
DK. It's DK. We'll cut that. We'll cut that. But we use DK.
I don't even know what I'm doing here, but
but
I think I got it right.
All right, Bry guy, let's hear it then. First up.
So as I announced, Mr. Patrick Cantlay, having him coming in, a decent price there.
What's his money? You got to give his money.
Got to give his money.
Yep.
Good cue. He is at 10,000, 10,300. If I'm reading that correctly.
You're on the right site. Okay, we're good. You're on the right site because I just checked and that's his cost. Okay, we're good.
Okay. All right. Coming in second, as I already mentioned, Mr. Colin Morikawa, coming in at a salary of 9,300. So 2 big boomers to start there. I really want Colin to get back into shape, get back to his major mentality in that sense. And then coming in third, one of my favorites, could be controversial, but one of my favorites coming in 9,000 is the Aussie Cam Smith. I love Cam. He's been kind of quiet lately too, so love to see him.
Sung Jae
That's back because he's fun to watch on the greens.
Yeah, I really wanted a Sun Jae in. What happened?
I couldn't find him. He wasn't there, right?
He's in.
I don't think he's playing.
He's in my second lineup.
Yeah.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, well, he would have been in, if I found him. I barely found the website. All right, coming in my fourth pick, another Cameron, Mr. Cameron Young, coming in at 8,000. I love this guy. He's always kind of around. So the Cams always seem to be around in some of the majors. Coming in at fifth, a name that you would think would come from somewhere else, but he's from Australia. We got Minwoo Lee coming in, a salary of 7,000. I love that guy. He's great. Great to watch. He also rocks Tiger shoes, which is pretty awesome. And with my remaining funds, and I still actually have $300 left to spend, put it in the bank. But coming in, my last pick is good old Gordon Sargent at 6,100. Why the heck not? Who the hell? I wanted Bennett, but I just lost him by 100. So it would have put me under.
Highly unfortunate.
Yeah, so I went with the next best thing is Mr. Sargent.
Watch this guy come out and finish like top 5, and Ryan just laughing all over our faces.
Yeah, just wait and you'll see.
Oh man, Timbo, I can go next. We may have lost Mikey for a bit, but I can go next. So I will go my first number 1 overall pick, who I've already mentioned, the big X-Man himself, Xander Schauffele at $9,600. He is just he's just good in major championships. He's just good in majors, and I just need him. I need him to finally break through. Like, this is his week. I hope. So last year, what? Did we lose him? No, we're good. Okay. So
I'm gonna mute him.
Yeah, I can mute him. So
he's good in major championships. I will give you that.
Yep. So he has out of his 6 starts in a US Open, he's finished in the top 10 5 times. So gotta take him. My next man at $9,300, me and Bry Guy, same dude right here. We got Colin Morikawa. This is either a home run pick or will immediately send us crying, because Morikawa in major championships, he's either in the top 5 or he gets cut. There's no in between. My third man will not be controversial, but it'll be very funny to see your guys' reaction. I have the angriest elf in golf today, Mr. Negativity himself, Tyrrell Hatton, $8,900. Just an absolute monstrous year so far.
What was he, Brendan? What? How much?
$8,900.
889. Okay.
Yep. So we're going bargain base. Well, we're not even. I mean, it's the U.S. Open, so it's not truly bargain basement. But we're going some low numbers after this guy.
That's fine.
So we got Tyrrell Hatton right there. Just absolutely would love to see him, screaming at his ball as he's trying to win a tournament. Would be unbelievable to watch. Oh, would be great. Number 4 coming in here at $7,500. We have Adam Scott. Hasn't missed a cut so far this year. 4 top 10s. I like his chances. He's a pretty good major player, so I think we got it. Fifth guy, $7,300. Cashmere Keith Mitchell himself.
Who the hell?
Huh?
Who the hell?
You don't know who Keith Mitchell is?
Sounds like a sitcom dad.
Well, he's Cashmere Keith. He loves his cashmere stuff. He's very fancy. He's a fancy boy. And then finally, I do have at $7,200 Denny McCarthy. So he's been having a good year.
I almost went with Denny.
Yep. So I want to go with him.
He's been having a good year. I thought he was doing terrible.
No, he just finished second at the Memorial.
Playing great.
That's pretty good.
Been playing great.
Oh, I don't even know if I'm looking at the right tournament.
Second at the Memorial, 8th at the Wells Fargo, 13th at the Players.
At Brendan's tournament.
Yeah, he did finish. He did. Yeah, 25th at the RBC. Yeah, he did great.
He
All
makes
right,
cuts. He makes
Timbo,
cuts.
you ready?
Yep, Brendan, we have 2 of the same. I think an absolute bargain pick is Adam Scott. I mean, that's
bargain at
Bargain.
7,500. Watch him blow up, but
Yeah.
I don't care.
bargain. I mean, I think he's going to be top 20 no matter what. All right, this my last place guy. It was a real toss up, and I know it's going to come back to bite me in the butt. But after his dynamite weekend at the Canadian Open, winning it for his country, maybe he can do it on U.S. soil. Nick Taylor. I don't know if anyone saw that.
Take him out. Take him out. Take him out. He's still hungover.
It was either between him or Kurt Kitayama, who finished second at the PGA Championship.
He's had a good year.
Yeah, Kurt Kitayama.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't know. That'll be a toss-up. That'll be a game time decision. After that, I got Denny McCarthy. And I do have Denny McCarthy.
McCarthy.
I mean, he's just a guy, 7,200. How can you not pick him? He's making cuts. He's nailing.
Having a great year.
putts.
Probably his best year on tour.
Yeah. And anyway, we got Corey Connors, another bargain at $7,800. Are you kidding me? Corey Connors, he's
Great major player.
Yeah, exactly. Corey Connors, he's making cuts no matter what. He's finishing top 10 no matter what. Maybe. But
we won't go that far, but he's playing great.
I'm sure he wants to he's all jazzed up on the Canadians winning the Canadian Open. Now he wants to he was mad he couldn't get in on that action, so he's bringing it down to the US of A. Brooks Koepka, greatest major player of our lifetime. When I say that, I mean
Tiger
of the
Woods,
last.
not named Tiger Woods. Not named Tiger Woods.
Of the last 5 years, for sure. And then my pick, Max Homa, $9,400, 7 top 10s. I mean, he's a California boy playing in California. I mean, just a recipe for victory. Take it away.
Really is. Could be. Mikey, rounding it up. What we got, bud?
All right. Just in the nick of time here. Gonna win the million. You guys playing the million?
Oh, yeah, we're playing the million.
I'm in, and I think I'm gonna win it. All right. Rory McIlroy. Had to.
Price.
Oh shit! I just got out of it.
It's okay. All right, Mikey, you just go.
Hold on, I'll find it. I mean, let's see if I can do it again. So Rory,
Yep.
9,900. Homa, 9,400. Spieth, 9,200. Who else did I have? Oh, Joaquin Neiman,
It's a good pick. It's a good pick.
7,700. And his buddy, Mito Pereira.
Two good picks.
7,200.
Pereira's a steal at 7,200.
And then Carlos Ortiz at 6,600. Guy can play some golf. I've seen his name around the.
Maybe not a great pick, but
6,600.
Mito Pereira plays great in the majors at 7,200. That's an absolute steal and a half. I'll give you that. I'll give you that, Mikey. Great job on that one.
I hope Carlos Ortiz shoves it up your ass.
I mean, we also got what is his name? What is his name, Bry guy? Sargent.
Mr. Sargent.
Mr. Sargent. We got a $6,100 guy.
Hold on, no, dude, that's the kid from Vanderbilt, the rookie.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
that's
Right? Mikey's he's gonna take it all.
Well, how do you spell it? SEA?
S-A. Is it S-A-R?
Yeah, G Sargent. This kid has blonde. Gordon Sargent. Yeah, he's got to be a Vanderbilt. He was nasty last year on the college circuit.
Oh yeah, he's an amateur still.
He's got some swagger. Brian, do you know him or?
Yeah, I will. It was he's the only name I recognize with the remaining funds.
I kept scrolling down there. There's no names. I
went because I know he plays the Masters every once in a while. So,
well, boys, best of luck to everyone.
He was the kind of like the kind of
him and Sam Bennett. Yeah,
that was the kid who kind of took it from him.
Yeah. He put me just over by 100 Sam Bennett, so I had to go Sargent.
Gotcha.
Sargent C's.
You guys have any money left over?
I had $200 left over.
300.
I just deposited the rest of the money I had.
Oh no,
I-
Mike, we meant in like the
Oh,
yeah, from your picks. Like if you had any
Yeah.
money left.
I don't
Oh.
have real 300.
No, I don't
I'm
have
all
any
out of
type.
real money and DraftKings money. But budget for these guys.
Oh, well, boys, best of luck on this side. I know each and every one of us hope we win that $1,000,000. You know,
What's our deal? If someone wins the million, we all get
we're all
fitted.
we're all getting fitted.
Yeah, yes, that's the deal. Yep, all fitted. Yep, everyone, we have to pay for the fitting. We have to pay for the fitting and the clubs.
Yep,
I think I texted the cousins group. I should have texted Duffin up. I drove by Topgolf this morning.
In Cranston?
Cranston, yeah,
Looking good?
Looking good, yeah.
The one in Canton is
right off the highway.
Is right there, and it's going to be good.
Where is it? Do you have to
right off 95?
Yeah, it's like right before you go out, like to the split, like kind of over there.
They're literally making exits because like there used to not be exits there, so they have to create an exit for University Ave.
And Topgolf's one of those things where it's like you see, you're like, yeah, it's going to be a Topgolf. Like they're not making driving range. Those nets are so tall.
Oh yeah, it has to. I mean, luckily it's not facing like the. Imagine if it was facing the highway. Luckily it's facing away. But yeah, no, the nets are very high.
And the one in Cranston is right off the highway too. It's right
Smart.
here, right
Smart.
in your face. Yeah, you see it. Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm actually going to the Golfers Warehouse in Cranston, which is right there too, on Saturday.
Ooh, very nice.
Got to get Midori's delayed birthday present. I'm gonna get her a 3-wood, which is funny because I've been wanting to, because I'm obviously big on getting fitted for a club, but we don't want to get her like a full fitting. She doesn't want to do that, but
yeah,
we went to Dick's last year, and the guy had no idea what he was doing, and Midori hit it well. I was like, no, we're gonna get you like at least a Golfers Warehouse like fitting kind of thing, and so today actually when I was at Fresh Pond, I asked the guy, I was like, do you have any any good deals on 3-woods for women's? And he sold me a sim 3-wood for $150. Brought it home to Midori. She's like, this isn't what I want. So bringing that back to my not that what she meant, because she has her mindset on like one of the Callaways, because
gotcha.
She hit it well at Dick's. And I was like, yeah, but that doesn't even count. So go into we have a family friend, Tyler Britt, who works at Golfers Warehouse in Cranston. So I Facebook DM'd him. I was like, you working Saturday? He said, yep. So I was like, all right, we're going Saturday on our way down to the beach. So what a day.
Very nice. That'll be great, Brad guy. That'll be great.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah. It'll be good.
Well, boys, unfortunately now we got to talk about the elephant in the room, which is the LiV Golf merger, the merger between the PGA and LiV. It was out of nowhere. I'm sure you guys both agree. I'm sure all of you agree on that side. It was legitimately out of nowhere. I want to get your guys' thoughts on it before I go in on my rant, because, I may be ranting for a while, hopefully not too bad, but definitely want to get your guys' thoughts on what was shocking, to say the least.
Personally, I think it's the only person or the only people who got negatively affected by this outside of like real world terrorist attacks. We're not even going to go into that, but like I'm talking about people who were directly involved with this, is the people who stayed loyal to the PGA and did not take the money and are now like not being repaid for their loyalty, unless they get retroactively paid by the Saudi regime. But anyway, I think it is overall great for the game of golf. I love it. It's business as usual, except maybe now in the fall we have some team tournament to keep golf going after the major seasons. And to be honest, it's great. I don't know. I can't see Jay Monahan sticking around for much longer. I mean, how can he? But yeah, whatever. I mean, we're watching more golf. It doesn't affect the majors. It doesn't. I mean, and they know that nothing is going to affect the majors. The PGA trying to go around making designated tournaments, and I don't know, especially now with Brooks winning the PGA and basically automatically qualifying for the Ryder Cup. I mean, they were basically going to come together again, and so whatever, more golf. I mean, and to have an ownership, a CEO, and all this be billionaires and put billions of dollars into the game of golf. I mean, rather than millions of dollars into the game of golf. As far as the sport goes, I mean, and the experience, the viewing experience, the tournament experience, I mean, how can it not be good? But I don't know how it's going to affect the nonprofit, going from nonprofit to profit. I don't know if it's going to hurt charities or whatnot. So to be determined on that one. But the outlook is hopeful. The outlook's hopeful from this guy over here.
Right guy, Mikey.
Mikey, go for it.
I'm handing it up to you on a silver platter. No, I don't. I was shocked, didn't believe it. You hear some of the pros, obviously caught them way off guard too. So sure, there's a lot of tension between guys. And Timmy, I think it could be ultimately good for the game. Like, it just kind of unfortunate the PGA let it come to this point, and kind of had to settle in and settle up and just settle in general, and kind of let the Saudis kind of do what they wanted to do from the get-go, which was kind of sport wash a lot of the stuff that goes on behind the scenes. So it's kind of sad in that, right? And I'm pro PGA. I've always been. Love that Rory still hates LIV. Can appreciate that he can still have a conversation with Brooks Koepka, and he doesn't like everyone out there, but he's a well-spoken dude, and I'm on his bus.
Right guy.
All aboard. No, I mean, I feel like it's too early to tell what it will transform into entirely. I know they've still got some things pending, but from what I've been reading, a majority of it has to do with just both sides just trying to just like be like, let's stop with the lawsuits, and let's just make it be, because we'll both benefit from it, sort of thing. So at the end of the day, money is money. Money talks. Yeah, I like Mikey said, I just I look forward to the possibility of it changing the game for the better. But it is kind of a weird, strange, almost kind of what's that Jim Carrey movie where he's living in a movie? The Truman Show. Truman Show. It just feels like it might have been planned all along, kind of Truman Show scripted. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No,
doesn't affect my day to day.
No. I think the biggest overall thing is here too, is that at least for us, like, I don't really think any of us took this as a like moral standing for any of us. Like, we knew something was going to happen sooner or later. Like, obviously, like, I don't enjoy LIV as a product, if that makes sense. Like, I watch it when it's on TV, but like, I didn't enjoy the product. I didn't think it was a good product, and that's why I didn't like it. It wasn't because of the Saudi Arabia stuff and everything like that. I do think it was interesting, some quotes that have come out, especially from Jimmy Dunn, who was basically the architect of this deal, who basically said, like, look, the PGA Tour was out of money. Monahan has basically all but confirmed, like, they were out of money. They were going to be out of money soon. The Saudis could keep that litigation going for almost decades if they wanted to. And what has happened is basically Monahan is gonna fall on, and he rightly should, because the way he started last year, coming out basically calling guys who left, almost to the point of calling them terrorists at one point, was brutal. I do think he's going to be gone sooner or later. I don't know if it happens within the first year, but I think after the first year, they may find a new CEO. They've basically confirmed that the PGA Tour will now have control of LIV. Like LIV will either, it will be up to the PGA Tour board of directors what happens with LIV. I do think what Tim said, and I do think the best way that it should go forward is that it becomes like a qualifying tournament, basically top 48 guys, top 50 guys, however you want to do it. Those top 50 guys get to play those 8 fun tournaments, no cut tournaments in the fall, go around the world, do an international series. That way it's not really competing against football, but at the same time, I think that's the best way for the tour to do that. I don't think having it standing alone is a good idea, just because I don't think it's going to survive that way. I don't think it can. And I think, overall, it's kind of it's not a shitty situation. I'm very happy that like the world of golf is kind of whole again, right? Like guys are going to be coming back to the PGA Tour. We're going to see the best players every so often. It probably won't be the commitments that they have now, where it's like you have to play in 16 events. They may lighten that. They may lighten the schedule. But I really do like that there is a cash influx. Obviously, like it's not great that like a foreign government has basically just bought the world of golf. Like that is a problem. But at the same time, there was nothing that anyone could really do on that side. The Saudis wanted a seat at the table 3 years ago. They wanted to be more heavily involved in the PGA Tour. Jay Monahan said, thanks, but no thanks. We're fine on our own. They said, okay, we're going to build up our own tour then. They did. And they ended up finally getting what they wanted with this deal, which is they get a seat at the table. Yasir Al-Rumayyan is the new chairman of the entire for-profit company. I don't think
they own a majority of the seats at that table.
Yes. And so whatever they want, they're going to get. But I don't think it's true what Greg Norman said, where like LIV is 100% great. And that dude was like, oh, now we're going to get John Rahm and Hideki and we're going to be amazing. And that little bitch Rory's not going to be able to play in it. And we'll all laugh at him. Like, I don't think that's going to happen. I do think that the guys who got screwed the most are Rory turning down. He said he never got offered. The offer was apparently like $400 million. Rory turned down $400 million. John Rahm turned down $300 million. Hideki turned down $300 million. Tiger turned down $850 million. And then guys like Ricky Fowler, who really, now that he's looking back on it, homie got offered $75 million and Tiger convinced him to say no because Jay Monahan convinced Tiger. And it's just like it's insane that those guys.
It's cool that they get to be the guys that said we didn't sell out and we're still here. And I will give them that.
I agree with that, but at the same time, it's like you didn't sell out, but then your company sold out. You know what I mean?
I agree. I know.
So
Jay Monahan, it was a sneak like move to take all the people that were backing you and kind of just slide the rug out from under him. Pull the rug out from under him. That's the saying. Pull the rug.
Yeah.
Well, to be continued, we'll see what happens. We'll see how it goes.
I think also besides, Brooks made that joke today. I don't know if you guys heard it. He was like, thanks everyone. We'll see you at the Travelers next week. I kind of laughed at that. I was like, okay, Brooks, I was like, okay, that's fine. But yeah, so, it's just a very interesting time in golf. I wish we had a little bit more time to discuss it, but we will most likely be discussing it when there's new news coming out, which will probably be basically on a monthly basis now. But boy, I don't know if you guys read golf Twitter that day. What a riot. What's absolute scenes. And the biggest thing, they said that they were recording everything for Full Swing 2.
Oh, that's big.
So they recorded Rory's conversation with Jimmy Dunn. They recorded all of the behind the scenes stuff with Monahan and Yasir Al-Rumayyan. Like they recorded everything. So I am very excited about that.
I can't wait. Oh, U.S. Open, baby.
Yeah, I know, right? Back to if you guys have one, so I know we gave like the one guy we think will win. Just to end the podcast, one guy who we think is a dark horse for it.
Let's go back to my tea time sheet here. My little cheat sheet. Little dark horse to win the Open.
Guy, are you gonna go with Gordon Sargent? You gonna go with the amateur?
No, I think dark horse would be Ricky.
Oh,
I like that pick. I like that pick, Bry.
Yeah, big time into that
Yeah,
pick.
Ben Sargent. Yeah.
Uh,
But yeah, I'm going to go Ricky. Anyone else?
I think I'm gonna go Shane Lowry. Not just because I look like him, but the dude is somehow a very good major player. And, you know, obviously won the British Open before, but I just feel like this may be a course that's like that he can play a little bit well. You know, he's not the longest hitter in the world, but he does have very good iron play and he's got great short game too. So I like Shane Lowry.
Into it, Brent. Tim, I'll give you a little bit more time here. I'm gonna buy into my guy Joaquin Niemann. I think I think he's got a good head on his shoulders. Mito Pereira, I mean, we saw it at the PGA at Southern Hills. He just couldn't hold it together for 18 on the 72nd hole. Great golfer.
I made a Mito joke about my game the other day, and big hit out in the course. Said, if I don't blow up like Mito. People loved it.
I think Joaquin is steady Eddie. He's like
He's
like
He's short
the kid,
little guy.
He's the kid reeling Mito back on a Saturday night at the club. You know, he's like, let's get out of here. Let's go home, play some Xbox, maybe a little PGA, hop on the Oculus and just hang out.
Just hop on the Aki. That's all that matters. Just hop on the Aki. I love it.
Hockey style.
Timbo?
I was thinking of someone new, like a throwing. I got three names, but the one I got Wyndham Clark. He's not the final. Tom Kim, not the final. I think it's someone.
Go on.
My boy Thomas the Tank Kim has had a very bad year.
But so I'm gonna go with this guy. He's always big. He did not have a great week last week, but I'm gonna go with Sahith Theegala.
I like it. Also one of also a Brendan favorite, but I do love Sahith as well. Well, boys, unbelievable week coming up. I cannot wait for this. I cannot wait. I don't know how you guys are feeling. Pumped for some primetime golf over here on the East Coast too. It's gonna be great.
Brendan, we gotta start our Friday hazy.
We do.
morning.
We may have to start it this week.
I did tell some buddies they're playing at 6, some former coworkers, 6 a.m. at Chamawa. I didn't commit yet.
That's all right. We can always start it up next week too.
Yeah, we might be able to start up next week, but it could be this week. I'll keep you in the loop.
Friday morning hazies are going to become a big TikTok routine as well. So maybe Mikey will make a video. Maybe we'll make a video, Mike.
Easy Friday.
Maybe it'll be my first.
Well, everyone, thank you guys so much for listening. We really do appreciate it. Go follow Duffin Up on all of our social medias. And as always, get on out there. Duff it up, baby. U.S. Open week, we know there's going to be some Duffs out there, and I can't wait.
Can't wait.
Play better, baby. I'm excited. LACC.